Good morning, children. Hope you are doing well. In today's chapter, our English chapter number 3, glimpses of the past. Glimpses of the past. The second number chapter is removed from the syllabus. So the tsunami is a good chapter, but it is removed. So we will discuss on that number 3 chapter, glimpses of the past. That in your chapter, as you can see that the pages are here on the screen, and you have book. Then on that book there are 9 pages of this chapter, and all are represented in the picture, as you can see. So it is a pictorial representation by the author of S.T. Sawant. This in this pictures, as you can see that the India's struggle for independence. India's struggle for independence, and it explains that how Indians fight their first independence war, how they prepare for that, and after that, during the war, what they did, and who was the leader, against whom, and how they what they got after that war. Did they success, or did they get failure? So we will discuss all that in that. In the beginning, from we began our chapter. Have you listened that song, a famous song? Oh my countrymen, oh my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of India's martyrs. So the martyrs, have you heard about that song? Sing by who? Lata Mangeshkar. Sing by who? Lata Mangeshkar. लता मंगेशकर ने इस सॉन्ग को गाया है, और आपको पता होगा ये सॉन्ग, ए मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आंख में भर लो पानी, दैट सॉन्ग. सो वी विल बिगिन विथ दिस सॉन्ग. दैट इन दिस सॉन्ग इज द poet expresses his feelings about martyrs who sacrificed their life for the country. So we are in this song that singer is saying that we are remembering those martyrs who sacrifices their lives for the country. So in this chapter we will discuss that what happened from 1757 to 1857. What factors are those from which Indians were getting angry with Britishes, and they after that they got angry. They had decided that we have to fight for our freedom. So they start their struggle or war for independence. So that war was held in 1857, and that 1857 war was called the first war of independence of India. The first war of independence of India. वो war इंडिया का फर्स्ट इंडिपेंडेंस वॉर कहलाता है. So we will begin with that song. Oh my countrymen, let all your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of India's martyrs. So this is it. In the second page, the company's conquest from 1757 to 1849. 1757 to 1849. So in this, during the 18th century, when the Britishers started their trading with Indians, first they made company. That company name was East India Company, and then they started trading with India. They only came for trading. They got the goods from here and went back to their country and sold all their goods, and again come back and this one. But after that, gradually they become stronger, they become richer first, then they made their army also, and with that they started to make their rule here, started to make their rule over India. So during the 18th century, British East India Company was extending into power in worldwide. So they started their company in the 17th century, but in the 18th century they got richer. First thing, they got richer. Who? Company. After they got richer, they become more powerful. They become more powerful worldwide. They trade in whole world, and they become more powerful. So at that time, and when they become powerful, at that time Indian princes were fighting each other. East India Company subdued Indian princes one by one. Brave ruler like Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died. So as you assume, you can imagine that when someone become powerful, and at the same time some persons are fighting each other, then who will take the benefit of them? The powerful person. As it happened in India, Indian princes were fighting each other, then the British East India Company subdued them all one by one उनको subdued करते रहे. Subdued का मतलब है उनके किंगडम पे कब्जा करना. तो उन्होंने कब्जा कर लिया यहाँ पर, एंड देन दे स्टार्टेड टू रूल ओवर हियर. Some king like Tipu, you heard about that Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan was a king of Mysore. He bravely fought against British till he died. Then, but others princes were not in condition to fight against Britishers, so they decided to go with Britishers, and the British East India Company started rule over India. Now, after the conquest of a company, how did Indian react to the conquest? Now, after that company subdued all the kingdoms of princes, and they started to rule over here, how Indians react, or how did Indian react against the British? some of the people, now there are mixture of the reactions. Some of the people were happy with the company conquest because they thought that it would bring peace, and others felt unhappy because they didn't want to be the slaves of the foreigners. So there are mixture, and we can see that always there are two sided of each element or each thing. वहां पर हर जगह दो चीजें होती है. As you can see that between among Indians, some people were there thinking that it is okay now that British ruled or British company conquest over India. Now those princes were fighting each other. They were stopped by the British East India Company. Now they thought that it would bring peace to them. That now everything is settled. One ruler is here. Now nobody will fight. Then some Indians were happy with this condition, but some of them Indians thought that it brought us a slavery to us. Now we are not independent more. The princes, those who are fighting each other, but they are good. At least they were Indians. Now we are under a foreign rulers, under the foreign rulers. So they thought that it is not good. They were unhappy with this condition. Next one, the next page, British rule 1765 to 1836. During this period, what happened? As you can see that in the pictures, some persons are there. In the first picture, you can see that social during that period of in the 18th century and early 19th century, in India, some social rituals were present, and those social rituals were not good. Those were bad, or we can say that those were the social evils, like untouchability. We can say in normal word छुआछूत, and child marriages. So those social evils were being there in that time, and those rituals supported by the social leaders like babas and sadhus, those, and those who were so-called leaders of peoples. British imposed the first thing, this one, and second, that company imposed heavy taxes on the farmers, so they had to leave their fields. Now the second thing, that first thing, that social evils were present in the Indian culture and Indian society, those were stopped by or prevented by the British company. British company said that these are not good, so stop these rituals. First thing that happened. Second thing, that thing is good. That thing was the good. Second thing, British imposed heavy taxes on the farmers. Farmers were very poor. Many farmers does not have their own fields also. Then the East India Company imposed heavy taxes on the field, and they made Indians to do their farming according to them. So due to the heavy taxes, Indian farmers started to leave their leave their fields. Then the next thing, the third thing that happened in that period, the British policies ruined their export artisans and their business. And the British policies that were imposed by the British East India Company and made at where? In the England. The Queen or the British Parliament made rules for us, and that rule says that or ruin our export artisans. Now, what is the meaning of artisans? Artisans means who made product with their hands, और जो हाथों से कलाकृति बनाते थे उनके बारे में. So they ruined their life and their business also. Now next, number 4, page number 4, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, 1772 to 1833. As you heard about the Ram Mohan Rai, who was a social and educational reformer of India, most famous social and educational reformer. He was an idealist who contributed immensely in eradicating social evils prevailing in the society during the 18th century. As you know that Ram Mohan Rai was a social and educational reformer of India, and he was that person who known or was famous and contributed immensely, means too much. He tried to remove that social evils that prevailing on in the society that and against them, and he almost tried to eradicate all those social evils. He made every possible effort to make India a better place for the future generations to come, and he made lot of efforts to make India a better place for the future generations. So that's the story of Raja Ram Mohan Rai. And next one, Operation. Now Operation 1765 to 1835. Now during that period, Britishers continued to oppress Indians. They also passed a regulation under which an Indian would be jailed without trial in a court. So the operation का मतलब होता है दबाना, या उसको कह सकते हैं समन करना या दमन करना. Everything whatever Indian wanted, they refused their desires and they do whatever they wanted to do. उन्होंने वही किया जो वो चाहते थे. Indians want, they did not care about the Indians' desire. So, and one of the example of that, Britishers imposed or passed a regulation. That act was passed by British company, and that was that any Indian can be jailed without trial in a court. Now, one thing, if you know or don't know, then let me tell you that our Indian Constitution in present day, any person cannot be jailed without trial in the court. उसको कोर्ट में ले जाए बगैर या जो जज होते हैं उसके ऑर्डर के बगैर किसी को भी जेल में नहीं डाल सकते. So that regulation was that any Indian can be jailed without trial in a court. British was exporting British goods to India, due to which the Indian industries began to decline. And second thing they did, they were exporting Indian goods from here to England. Now, after starting to rule over India, they started to importing the British goods to India, and that goods was made from the machines. So that goods was were so cheap, and Indian industry started to decline due to that. Next one is dissatisfaction. 1835 to 56. During this period, education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. Before the British company started rule here, and before 1835, Indian were get educated in the Persian language or Sanskrit language. In 1835, Thomas Macaulay, a British politician, suggested a change in the education system. In 1835, the Thomas Macaulay was the name, who was a British politician, and he suggests that Indians should also he suggests that a change would be a good for Indians and for us also, that India also get that education system can be converted into English. He recommended the teaching of English in India. By 1856, the British had conquered the whole India, but they cared little about the needs of Indians. People were dissatisfied and unhappy. And after that, at the last, in 1856, British covered or conquered the whole India, almost whole India, but they cared about Indians a little. A little means they did not care about Indians, and what Indian needs, they didn't care about it. So Indians were dissatisfied and were unhappy with the British rule. So the next one is the sparks. So as it happened, and during this period in 1855, the taxes ruined the farmers. Although those taxes imposed by the Britishers, they ruined the farmers. The Indian soldiers also were unhappy because they realized that English soldiers were getting used pay, and the same post on the same post of Indian soldier, English soldiers were getting used pay, and Indians were not getting that much pay. So soldiers was also dissatisfied with the British, and they also found out that the grease used on the bullets was made from the fat of cow and pigs, which they considered as a disrespect of their custom and religion. And what happened now? The British company used at that time the bullet was like that they used grease of any animal fat, with animal fat, and the rumor was that they started the use fat of cows and pigs. Now, as the Indians were Hindu and Muslims, and Brahmins said that the fat or meat of cows is not respectful for them. So they were very satisfied with the, and as it happened soon, as you know that Mangal Pandey and Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, Tatya Tope, Nana Sahib, Bahadur Shah Zafar, all were the leaders who started very dissatisfaction were very dissatisfied and they started to fight against the British rule. So as it happened, the revolt and the war of freedom started in 18. Finally, the revolt began and the war of independence was initiated. The landlord all supported the rebellions, and all landlords, who were the landlords, not the kings were not supporting in the Indians, but all landlords supported the rebellions. Many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow, popular leader like Maulvi Ahmadullah of Faizabad, and other joins up surge against the foreigners. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Tope that Peshwa Nana Sahib should be chosen as the leader in the war for independence. The famous rulers or former rulers were there who started to fight against the Britishers, and among them Maulvi Ahmadullah, Begum Hazrat Mahal, and Azimullah, Tatya Tope, Nana Sahab, Kunwar Singh, and various other patriots pounced and fought against the foreigner all over North India. So whole India started to revolt against the Britishers. So that's our chapter, and hope you will get the meaning of whole chapter. The complete the question answer you can write from the book.